Greetings, everyone. I'm here at Lake Bishop at a family reunion at this point. Unfortunately, I didn't get the consent of the people here to film them for YouTube or Facebook or anything, so I apologize on that. But I can at least show you some cool scenes of the nature here and everything else. Just things I happen to run into. I heard there's a nice hiking trail down here. Maybe I'll take it. I'm now walking the trail. And let's see. Oh, it's made of cement. Some people enjoying themselves on the beach. Okay, let's see. Man, isn't this beautiful? Look at the scenery around me. Trees, bushes. Yep. It's all good. If you ever want to go on vacation to Michigan, definitely make a priority to go to Lake Bishop. You know, I guarantee you it's a relaxing place. So relaxing I might even go inside the lake myself, but unfortunately, since no one else will hold my camera and I still haven't gotten a hold of a tripod, you know, you're not going to get to see me in rare form. Anyway, instead we're focusing mainly on what I see. I am your eyes. So, whatever you see is what I see. Here come some people. Ooh. I don't know about you, but that part of the lake most, you know. Wow. I'm getting pretty hot walking this trail. I might just take them up on the offer to get in there soon. But for now, I will make my way to the fishing dock where those who are a fan of ending the lives of fish may go and do so. If you haven't already guessed, this is indeed a campground. Yep, people camp here, they reserve places. Yep. Some people enjoy, if you look up close, the sea is rather green, or the water. If we're lucky, we might see some fish right here. Maybe some minnows or something. Yeah. You'll know them because, you know, once they come up to you, you'll feel something weird sucking on you. And no, not in the area you're thinking of. Your legs, you know, your feet, maybe. Ah, look at the water glitter in the sunlight. It's beautiful.
They were looking at it. There are a bunch of
Yeah, don't want to crash bike.
Oh yeah.
Crap like that. It's really irritating.
How's it going, Gabe?
Can't find the spot that's good.
I hit my ribs on the stump. Look at my leg.
Fishing, as you may have heard from the others around me, is indeed a sport of patience.
How you doing, Claire? Claire?
Some people like to canoe over there.
Yeah.
Ah, saw fish.
Yeah, I do that every morning. I've been trying to get up every morning to go fishing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do
Maybe
this
if we
morning.
look close
We're here for a
enough.
week, you know. Hey, I'm gonna do it today. You know, and every morning I've been like trash. Finally this morning, got out here though. I got a bass this morning and 4 panfish, but they weren't big enough. Yeah. I caught a bass about 10 inches and I caught 3 panfish. Turn them all back. You can't keep them unless they're legal. Don't want to keep babies anyway. Over the water. Yeah, they're all babies. None's biting right now, dude. None's biting at all. What do you mean you know? For like 5 minutes. How do you know? Yeah, no, it's not time yet. Give about another hour.
Well, looks like the water's too murky to see any fish on this camera. My apologies to all the viewers of this. And also, for any of you guys who accidentally got in the filming, you know, it's... No one knows who you are. I don't know who you are, you know. No reason to make it a federal case. Anyway. After looking out on the lake, we make our way further along the trail, not knowing where it goes. Will I end up lost in the wilderness, having to fend for my life? I'm sure some of you who hate my other vids wish that were the case, but thankfully I always keep a cell phone with me with plenty of battery in it. I'll be just fine. And yes, I do read your comments. If it was removed, it's not because I'm hurt by it, just a public nuisance to see bad comments here and there. Anyway, let's see. What will we find over here? Wonder what's out here. We can obviously see a lot of greenery. Something you won't see in the city too much in too great a number. I can hear some different insects out here. Wonder what we'll find. Sounds like a mixture of crickets and cicadas. Wow, isn't that something? Ooh. Looks like some sort of dragonfly. A red one too. Let's see if I can zoom in on this subject. Oh, what's that? Looks almost like a... Oh crap. We've got some bees here. Well, I'd best not startle them, as I do happen to be very allergic to them. Anyway, moving along. This trail goes about a mile. Yep. And it seems to lead to, well, what do you know, another parking lot. Well, that was good. At least some people value nature more than others, you know? I mean, if they turned every place into a urban environment, you know, what would we go on vacation for? That's what you gotta ask yourself. You know, don't people go on vacation to go see stuff like this? You know, what's still left of this, and maybe have a good time in such an environment. You know who you are. Anyway. Now I'm taking the walk back to the pier, and I'm heading back to camp. I'll try to add better theme music, you know, on YouTube, provided it doesn't cut out any narrations. That's all. Anyway, in the meantime... Oh, someone's in a hurry. Yep. Let's see. And we've passed by the pier again. Looks like a T. Looks like someone left their bikes here. Well, I'm not gonna steal them, but I would advise against doing that if in an unfamiliar place. On our left we see, well, more trees. How about that? And on our right, the lake. Yep. And on the other side of the lake, more trees. So far, this has been a great vacation for me so far. Darn. Even my grandma took a vacation. Yep, with all the nature out here, there are plenty of insects, including what look to be, I think they're ants. They could be fleas, who knows. But you won't see them on camera. Ooh, butterfly. If you saw a white thing hovering around, it looks like either a butterfly or a moth. Not sure which. Yep, there it is. There it goes. People sunbathing. There's the beach part of the lake again. Okay, looks like I'm back at the main camp. It's right over there. Yep. With that, until we meet again on either day 2 or whenever I choose to make another part to this. Hello everyone, it's Adam again. Today, being day 2 of the vacation, well, it was anyway. We'll just call it day 2 because the next day hasn't officially come. The light of the sun cannot be seen right now, so it's technically the night, and therefore we're still on day 2. And we are in California. There's a 3-hour time difference between where I usually record my videos and everything, so we'll just say that it's day 2 then. Anyway, today I went to the Saunders Fudge factory, and where they make hot fudge and candies and stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any footage there because they don't allow recordings of what goes on in their factory or pictures to be taken. The reason being, they fear that maybe we're one of their competitors or something like that. Anyway, so sorry to disappoint in not getting footage of a tour of that sort, but instead live vicariously through the concept that I was actually there, and I have some souvenirs to prove them. Anyway, I am now living at a house that my mom inherited from our grandfather, and he kept things pretty traditional, more or less. We kind of changed that by bringing in our computer and everything. But before we even got in here, here's one OPA that he certainly had. By OPA, I mean out of place artifact. You see that? It's a high definition TV. How about that? The picture is incredible. I would show you, but it might be infringement of whatever program I'm watching. So anyway, and we were also able to move our cats over here. Yeah, Jimmy doesn't live at this house, or lap warmer as I sometimes call him, but Cleo does, and so does Nala. We're not gonna ever get to see Nala because she's kind of afraid of me. But here's the one that I checked the comments and you guys said she was laying around like Garfield. Well, here's Garfield's sister right here. There it is. I'll just turn on a light. There we go. Yep, she's just laying there like a lump as always. Oh yeah, she loves a belly rub. Oh, you're such a good cat. Yeah, you just love that, don't you? Oh yeah, you're so cute. Yeah. Yeah, let's... Okay. Moving on. Pardon the messes, as we still haven't unpacked all our boxes yet. We have their scratching post, the computer that my mom has along with webcam. We have here some cat treats. Our kitchen's right over there, complete with microwave, refrigerator, stovetop, countertops, etc. Got our lamp and everything. So anyway, the forecast says that we're gonna have some thunderstorms within the next week, so I figure that'll be ample time to record not only the storm, but maybe me acting as though I were evil. We got a bookshelf here. Washing machine here. Garage door. Some sort of closet. Not sure what's in there. Bedroom one. A lavatory. Bedroom two. My people are sleeping, so I have to whisper. And down here we have where I'm gonna sleep. Yes, California, it's a basement. I will just open this here gate and go down the stairs. The cat's got into a fight, so we had to gate it up. These are my pants here. So don't worry, you may be in pitch black darkness, but I'll turn on a light. We have a food dish for Mr. Gray, a cat that's, believe it or not, the same age as me, 20 years old. Here we have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff in this basement. Yep. An exercise bike, Chevrolet wall hanger, cat box, the light, fan, more books. Yeah, we're very big on reading. We've got a bunch of other boxes and stuff. Some video game stuff and other things we still haven't unpacked. Once again, apologies for the mess. For we're just moving in. Still. Downstairs bathroom where I'm supposed to do my business, as it were. And, oh crap. Pants are falling down. It's a mirror of me holding this camera. We've got a little shower thing. Down here, yep, got my own shower and everything. And lastly, we have closet here, and the bed, the place where I'm to sleep tonight. That's pretty much the whole facility. Thank you for watching, and look forward to those videos of the lightning storm, and, well, whatever else I squeeze in the next few weeks. This is Adam. It's known on YouTube as Adathor Rules, but on Facebook, just known as myself. So, signing out. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a good night. Greetings, people of YouTube. I'm here at the National Science Museum in Michigan. They call it Cranbrook Institute of Science. And here I'm looking at some of the interesting displays of of predator-prey scenarios. How many birds will survive?
Thanks, Mom. This is what I am for me. The little turkey.
Which will survive and why?
Yeah, go and get the T-Rex. Thanks, Mom.
You may want to pause the. You may want to pause this video to get all this.
Wait, bro, get the T-Rex, bro. Okay.
So here's the little displays they have. You can actually slide this to show some of what will happen. There's the DNA. It talks about how they've got the whole mutation thing. Some will have fewer feathers. Some of these birds will have stronger beaks, things like that. And here are some of the pressures that they will face in terms of eggs. Birds produce a lot of these here eggs. They produce like this many eggs, however many that is. 6 eggs a year it says. But only 1 or 2 survive to adulthood. The large number of eggs increases the chance that 1 or 2 chicks will have traits that allow them to survive. So this slide is dramatizing the fact that death. Yep, these eggs are pretty much cooked. And here we have, and predators are another kind of selection pressure. Many adult birds hide and defend their nest against terrestrial predators such as that fox in the display above. Offspring birds that successfully hide and defend their nests may inherit the ability to do the same as adults. So let's see. And some may perish from disease. Nests of hatchlings often attract black flies that can infect birds with parasites and cause malaria-like blood disease. A hatchling with low disease resistance became infected and died. Resistance to this disease is inheritable, or should I say genetic?
DNA.
Well, they say heritable. Variation. Some hatchlings are more likely to survive infections than others. Survivors may pass the disease resistance to the next generation. Here we go. Another few geese cooked. Their goose was cooked. Some won't survive the winter. Feather density is a heritable genetic variation. Because the bird was born with fewer feathers, it froze during the long cold winter while its siblings with more feathers survived. Well, that's just great. Some may be eaten by other birds. Red-tailed hawks are aerial predators that often hunt and eat smaller birds. Variations in wingspan, or in other words, birds of prey, is what they would call these. Muscle density can be inherited. Both of these traits can affect the way birds fly. A bird that can fly faster or make quick dips will be more likely to escape. And a hawk can live to pass his wingspan and muscle density variations to the next generation. Here we go. Death. Oh, it turns out there's a life there. Yay. And the other one's death.
Okay.
Some may starve. The harsh drought has dried up all of the plants in the area. Fewer plants mean fewer seeds that these birds can eat. One of the surviving birds has a slightly larger beak than her brother. She can crack open harder shells and eat tougher seeds. Her brother can't open these hard seeds, so he starved. Due to this drought, the large-beaked bird is more likely to survive and pass the trait to her offspring. Selection pressures act on various variations and change species. Only one bird had the right combination of variations to survive in this environment. Resistance to parasitic blood disease, high feather density, and a large beak when she reproduces. She may pass these variations to her offspring. In time, these variations may become common in this species. But how do new species evolve? Selection pressures act on variations within a population, determining which individuals survive to reproduce and which variations stay in a population. Over 1 million generations, a population can change so much that it becomes a new species. Neat.
48042.
Now we've got the T-Rex exhibit and stuff here.
Can I call you back a little bit? I'm at a museum. We're going to go into a bat show. It's going to be just a minute.
Anyway,
Pardon?
we'll see more at another time. Until next time, take care of yourself. That was 5 minutes in this museum. Our next episode will feature us seeing a live bat exhibit. Take care. Right now, we are taking a bat tour. I'll let the tour guide do the rest of the hosting. We're gonna actually get way up close to bats right now, as though we were actually in Africa or something.
Oh no, I saw him put one just in his face. Oh, look at that. He's cute, isn't he? That's a big one. It's very cute.
Oh, is it loud? Who brought the bat key?
Will this be a
Oh
long
yeah,
time?
I have the bat key.
Where's Can you take the pictures for me?
We have more than bats in here. You might be interested to find out we have some owls. We have some sugar gliders from Australia. I'll bring one out for you to look at. We have some flying squirrels.
Yay, flying food!
And we have a sloth. A two-toed sloth. He's about 28 pounds big. His name's Molasses.
Molasses?
His nickname is Slow Mo. And he is slow. He didn't even wake up for the last tour.
Molasses.
Molasses.
What's the second name?
Mr. Mr. Molasses.
Oh, no nickname.
Uh,
That's just his whole name.
We also got recently some vampire bats. Oh, don't be too impressed. They're less than 5 inches tall. But they're cool.
Vampire bats are trained.
These ones are not trained. They came from a zoo, and I don't even bring one of them out. You just get to look at them. Then we have the largest bat in the world in there, 2 of them. How tall is the Malayan flying fox, do you think? Where can I stand? Here. It's kind of uneven. You tell me when to stop. How tall is the tallest bat? Oh, I'm in the sun, aren't I? Sorry. Where do we stop?
Right there.
Taller.
It's
Keep going.
what is it?
Right about here, 2 feet tall. They have a 6-foot wingspan. They only weigh 3 pounds. They just eat small children. I mean fruit.
They don't eat.
I wish.
They don't eat people.
No,
They're
they
friendly.
I can't handle a big one. They're on rest when they're home here. One is leaving today for Baltimore, Maryland.
Who's
They've gone a
leaving?
week. So when they're home, they get to rest. But I can go in their cage and interact with them, and I'll bring some other bats from the same cage out for you. Anyone know the kid's story Stella Luna?
Yes.
The author was here 2 weeks ago. We had our bat festival at the end of August. We'll do it again next year at the end of August. She may or may not be here then. She usually comes for us, though. She lives in California. Yeah, Stella Luna. We raise Egyptian fruit bats just like Stella Luna. We hand raise them. We
The
tame
end of
them,
July or the end of August?
End of July this
Okay.
year. Actually, next year, check our website. It may be in August.
Okay.
It got bumped up this year for some reason. I forget why. We have to work around the availability of experts. We brought in half a dozen experts from around the country. It's getting hot out here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. I was gonna make a remark about the whole sloth being one of the
Right hand first. You know, right?
7 deadly sins, was it? Or was it 10?
Why are you grabbing at me? It's okay.
That looks like a monkey bat. That one looks like a dog. That looks like a monkey bat.
They can have
I hear it's one of the deadly sins to be a sloth. Well, now we'll see why. Can't remember if there's 7 or 10. Okay, we gotta keep it down because
Bobby, Bobby.
they have very sensitive hearing, so we gotta keep our voice down.
Isn't he cute?
very cute.
Just so you know, we gotta keep our voices down because they have sensitive hearing.
I'll have to squeeze in to all get in.
Here we have what looks to be.
Oh, he's out there. He's scratching. Kind of work your way in so we can all get in and see and hear at the same time.
Well, actually, that's
I'm going to turn the lights back on for you. We control day and night in this building. It's called a reversed light cycle, and that way you get to see animals awake. Squeeze in if you can here. We have room. We measured out the audience size by
believed to be
how
one
many
of
people
the
could stand here.
deadly sins. Can't imagine.
The sloth is out and about and checking out his dinner. We control day and night in here.
What does the sloth eat?
Just a fruit eater.
Sloth eats fruit and vegetables. In the wild, they eat leaves and fruit. Kind of a rough diet. Let me turn the lights on so you can see.
Look at slow-mo. Look at that.
Oh, he blinked.
His food is up in the baskets in metal bowls. I see he dropped some stuff. I'll go in and pick it up for him.
He's smiling.
Yeah, he is smiling.
Sloths are South American. There are 6 species of them. The other 5 are smaller than this. This is the two-toed sloth. They're very primitive in that they haven't changed fossil-wise for about 6 million years. They don't have molars or incisors or canines. They just have pegs for teeth. So it's like their body plan was decided on a long time ago and hasn't really changed. It hasn't kept up. I'm Molasses. He was a baby when we got him, so he's about 8 years old now.
How long do they live?
They'll live 20 years.
That's
That's Molasses.
Can you pet him or?
He sure is slow.
I can touch him, but he doesn't like to be pet. They're solitary animals. They don't even live with their own kind. So they really like to be unnoticed. In fact, they have colors to look like the top of a tree. Here's a cool one. Their rough fur encourages green algae to grow on it, so now they really look like the top of a tree. And they barely can move quickly at all. If he moves quickly for very long, his muscles get sore. Again, primitive body plan. You know, they take, this is amazing. I think they take longer than any other mammal on Earth to digest a meal, 18 days.
18 days. Wow.
They only go to the bathroom once a week, and that's old food coming out.
Once a week. Uh-huh.
He's checking out everything in there. Let me go in and just see if he wants. Oh, great. They do eat every day, but they have a long gut, and it takes a long time to go through. His favorite food is grapes, so I stole them from his dinner and kept them so you get to see him eating grapes. Hi, Mr. Molasses.
He's gonna cut Molasses. I know we're gonna go in there last. Look, he's gonna cut Molasses. Molasses eat your berries.
And that's slow too. He's thinking it's sloth, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, he's really moving now.
Look at him.
That's pretty fast for a sloth, I think. He's reaching for it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is that
How does he protect himself?
He's a sloth. Oh, there's grapes.
How does he protect himself?
They have kind of an armored feel to their body. Their closest relatives are anteaters, pangolins, and armadillos. and they hang underneath the danger. They don't go on the ground much, so they're up in the branches, and they hang under the jaguars. They hang below where the harpy eagles can get at them. And that's the largest eagle in the world, and that's a South American eagle. But mostly, once they're adult, they're too large to be taken, and there are some smaller ones. The three-toed sloths are a little smaller. The young are taken now and then, but the mothers carry the young on their chest long enough to protect them from most dangers. So,
And they're not extinct.
no, they're doing fine where there's still rainforest. Of course, we like to eat grapes, for instance, grow not in the rainforest. We cut down the rainforest in Brazil and put in grapes, so we can have nice grapes. Same thing with chocolate, same thing with coffee, same thing with steaks. You know, cows don't live in the rainforest, they eat grass. Grass won't grow in the shade. We're causing the deforestation of South America with our appetite up here. So it's something to think about. So they're doing all right, but they're not growing in numbers. And there is a sloth rescue place in the rainforest in Costa Rica because of logging, killing off the moms and babies getting orphaned, and you know, all kinds of things like that. So
Does he know you?
I would say he knows me. He was this big when he came to us.
Really?
We would hang him on our chest and he would fall asleep during the day while we walked around. And yet they don't like to be touched a lot or pet. Their biggest fear is falling. They can't catch themselves from a slip. They're too slow. So they always are holding on, and when you go to take him down to give him a bath or something, he threatens to bite. It's like this. I'm going to bite. And you laugh and you move out of the way. But he's strong, so it takes two of us to keep, hold his legs away from his mouth. He takes a bath right there where you're standing, actually, in a tub. He can't walk very well. They only walk a little bit to get to the edge of a stream, so they walk maybe on spongy ground in the Amazon, but here on a hard floor it hurts too much. He has to walk on his wrists to do it, so he won't do it. Their fur is different than all other mammals. They are the only mammal where the fur grows backward on the body. The part is on the chest and it meets at the back. They're designed to be upside down their whole life. Some of their organs are flipped upside down in their body. They grow that way naturally because they're built to be upside down. Oh, not the smartest animal on the block, but they get by pretty well. Yeah, they've been around unchanged for a long time. Let's see. Let's move on to another animal. Something a little more lively. Something that actually makes some noise. It's an Australian animal.
Tiny rat-like thing?
We'll know right away. They make quite an alarm call when they're disturbed. Anybody in here?
Oh, listen to him. They're in the pouch.
That's the bag. Big pouch.
Okay, we use it's a sugar glass. Wetting on the floor, right?
Aww.
Yeah, scared the you know what out of her. Don't stand under her, especially with your mouth open.
Lest you become their septic tank.
Look at that.
This is known as a sugar glider.
Oh, cool.
It's a type of possum, a tree possum. They're nocturnal, like all of our animals. They have huge eyes.
Look, he's going to bring it right up.
What? No, they're native to Australia.
That is so cool.
However, you can buy these as pets. I do not recommend them as pets. Isn't that neat? Well, why? They smell bad. They're nocturnal. They keep you up at night. They're loud. They have a fussy diet. If they escape, they can run upside down on things like a ceiling.
Oh, no fun. Can I pet him?
No, she's not a pet. Oops, she doesn't even like me poofing my peas at her. Sorry, Matilda.
What is that?
Something bit off part of her tail in a pet store. She was in
Aww.
California. They've been outlawed as pets in California. Don't jump on me.
That's why I've never seen one.
And that's a flying squirrel.
No, flying squirrels are from here, and they're in the cage behind you.
fur looks very chinchilla.
It is like chinchilla fur. It's just a coincidence, though. They're not even related at all. Chinchilla's closest relatives are rabbits. Lagomorphs.
What's their purpose in nature?
Purpose in nature. Things don't have to have a purpose; they just are. That's my theory. But her niche in nature is as a generalist. They eat insects, fruit, small lizards, mice, things like that. They eat a lot of things. They live in hollow trees. They normally have a longer tail with a black tip, and they wrap it around things to balance, and then they can use their front feet like hands. I'm sorry, I touched your back end, didn't I? Sorry, Matilda. They have feet that work like hands. They have toes like thumbs on their back feet and their front feet. I don't know if you can see or not. So they can wrap their fingers around a branch and hold on. More handily, though, use your tail. Oh, here comes a solid. And they have a sensitive tail. They can sit up then and use their front feet to hold on to something with both hands, like corn on the cob. Think of a grasshopper being eaten like corn on the cob.
Like this. And you
These
handle
travel.
him all the time, and so he's that shy.
Yeah, even though we have a handling program in place for her to keep her as tame as this, they're not really designed, their temperament is not really designed to be a pet. Although some people are quite successful with them. You have to carry them around on your person all the time to keep them tame. They make pouches with straps and clips for that purpose. Who's going to do that, though? They stay off the ground by traveling through the air, not by flying. Bats are the only flighted mammals, but these can glide. It's called a sugar glider.
Like a flying
They
squirrel.
have a flap. I'm trying to get her positioned so I can show you the flap of skin on her side. It's elastic. I can glide. Oh, God, I'm gliding.
Kind of like a flying
Because that
squirrel.
tickles. You know, if you really want to know what it looks like, it's remarkably similar to the flying squirrel. There goes a solid. There's a model of a flying squirrel right over your head, straight up. If you want to tap that and turn it around, you can.
Could this young chap get a picture of him?
I just want a picture of him, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my camera might be getting in the way.
The danger with around my shirt like this is I go home with a soiled shirt every day.
Flying squirrel.
Don't step there.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have a poop control device.
Flying squirrel.
Okay. Now, let me go find the young one who's very active. This is an older one.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
You know, this isn't as... You know, I think this might actually have some entertainment value. There goes a solid.
Thank you. Can you get another picture? Yeah.
Watch it. It's gonna fly out. Let's watch. Oh, you missed it. He's gone.
You know what's flying?
He went in the basket already. You gotta be fast.
I know what he said.
I got him already, I think.
All right, now I'm going to bats. These are
Time to
bats
get
from
batty.
Central and South America. I'm going to bring out a Jamaican fruit bat, which
Jamaican.
is the larger of the two kinds in
I
here.
got a couple of them.
These small bats, these short-tailed fruit bats, came to us from our National Zoo in the Smithsonian in Washington when they were just changing out for something else. They wanted a new home for them. We were happy to oblige.
I see the bags in the wall.
See the bats hanging? Mariella, can you see them? Here, hold my thing.
He's gonna bring some up.
They really don't want me.
Oh,
Oh! I want to take a picture.
Oh, wait. Look at that.
creak, creak, creak.
See how they flutter? It's like a
It's okay, go ahead.
Everything
Come
flies.
closer.
You have to learn to be outgoing.
I'm not everyone's flying.
You need to learn. We have hand-raised older ones, and we have these younger ones that are just not used to it. I need to get in the light so you can see them. How about over here again? Look at that.
Cool.
Don't try to pet any of these animals.
Yeah, that gets mean.
This one's biting for all she's worth on my glove. The girls are all in that cage, and the boys are in the big cage. You just have to snap a picture. I don't have a lot of time to stop for a bajillion cameras.
You got one, right?
This is a Jamaican
Hey,
fruit
stop
bat,
tapping me from behind.
and the other nickname for it would be a leaf-nosed bat. They squawk a special sound we can't hear called echolocation. Most bats do that, but not all bats. And they find what's in their way in the dark, right? Well, this one carries fruit in the mouth away from the owls in the jungle. They'll take it into a cave or a hollow tree. But there's a problem. It blocks the voice. Now, how can you avoid the stalactites and stalagmites, the rocks? You don't want to fly into those in the dark. That could ruin your day and your life. Or at least get fruit salad on your face. So they need a way to squeak when their mouth is full, because if they're flying with their mouth full, it's kind of like this. They'd crash. Well, they have a way. Trumpet nose. They squeak out of their nose. And it works.
I sound like a trumpet.
Like an owl.
Wow. Bats have long arms. Did you know bats' closest relatives are actually primates?
Who knew?
They have 5 fingers. Bats have forward-bending knuckles. They have opposable thumbs. Bats have wrists, elbows, and shoulders. I never saw a mouse with that. Yeah, she's biting me pretty hard. Here, hold this.
I wish.
Can she fly?
You used to be able to keep this type and one other as a pet, but the law changed around 14 years ago. You can't. You can't. 12 or 14 years ago. You can't now. They don't make good pets. They're high-strung. They're fussy. They need a whole room to fly in. First thing we do every morning is wash walls. Yeah, they poop on the fly. Yeah. Who's going to put up with that? They smell bad, right? So that's a Jamaican. This is our nearest fruit bat to the United States. You have to leave our country, go down to the island of Cuba before you start to see them.
Wow.
And then Jamaica. Yeah, she really wants to go. Let's let her go.
Yeah, I think you're Jamaican or crazy.
It all depends on how they're raised, just like a cat. You can have a barn cat or a lap cat on the same litter of kittens, depending on how you raise them. Let me show you an example of that. I'll bring out a large cat from Africa that we hand raised. Let's see who's on my
Okay, that was a bad joke. Try to squeeze in somewhere.
I knew this was our special one, Congo, because he has a band on his thumb. Come back up. Might as well wait. No, this is just any large one. The largest one is twice the size.
Twice the size of that.
This is a straw-colored fruit bat from Africa.
His ears are like.
And he knows tricks. He's about, gosh, he's now probably 10 years old. Congo, wiggle your ears.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I didn't teach him that. He always did that. I taught him other tricks. Let me get where I'm kind of in front of everyone here. Mr. Congo Bat, what else can you do? How about you hang by yourself? Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's afraid I'm going to tickle him. I'll do that later. Put your feet up, please. Feet up. You're falling.
Wow, makes a nice tie.
Oh, he had to go to the bat room.
Oops. Oh. Had to go to the back.
He was fussy because in the wild, in the cage, they turn around and hang by their thumbs so it won't go in their mouth. That's why he didn't want to hang on it. Now he's empty. It's all right. I have control devices right back here.
He flapped his wings. He flapped his wings.
He flapped his wings.
Sure he didn't mean
Part of the job. Like having a kid.
Yep.
Yes.
You did more than pee. Recycled banana. Here's why he had to go. Food goes through a bat completely in 30 minutes.
So he'll probably do that in another 30 minutes.
Probably. They eat their weight in a day. If they didn't push it through, they couldn't fly. Now for the sloth, it's 18 days for food to go through. Isn't that an amazing comparison in one room?
Are they as old as a sloth?
As old? Bats go back about 6 million years or so. Six. Quite a bit of difference. What else? Oh no, I'm sorry. 6 million years unchanged for sloths also. So similar. Most mammals started from small mammals about 10 million years ago. What? Can you sit up and look like a dog? Let go. Go. This is the bat that the boss always takes for TV shows like Martha Stewart, The Today Show, Tonight Show, Ellen Show. He's not the calmest. In fact, he has batitude. And he's extremely ticklish. Oh, he knows the word now. Here we go again. Yes, I'm going to tickle you. On your neck, okay? Yeah, he just pooped again.
Oh man.
He's scared that you know what I am.
Yeah, we all know the word.
That's normal breathing rate. Yeah, they breathe, a couple hundred times a minute. What, Congo? Don't you want me to tickle you? No. Oh, just one time, okay? It's right here. On his neck. Let's see how upset he is with me. I'm sorry.
Careful he doesn't bite your nose.
Why would he bite my nose? It's not tickling him.
It's not, but you know, it's right there.
You're a good bat. Thank you. Maybe we should try someone else doing that. You're good. Only the males get the golden neck. The females are down in the other room. We have a baby that's about a month and a half old. We tried to have him be the father, but nothing happened. So. Congo, what else can we do?
Probably.
Congo, do you know
Yep.
me? Do you know me?
Zero.
Are we buds? We're buds. Yep. They're very loyal to their handlers. They're smart. They learn tricks. You want to see them play dead?
Yeah.
Sure.
Bang. I taught him that. Yeah, shut up. My fingers are. I don't think I want you anymore. Here, hold this one. Flap your wings, Congo. Thank you, buddy.
Oh my God.
Good boy. Stripes on your back.
Oh, look at this.
The megabats do not produce echolocation squeak. They can't live in a cave. They live in the open. They have camouflage. There are 200 types of megabats found only in Africa, Asia, and Australia. What we nickname flying foxes because they have that super sniffer nose like a dog or a fox. He could find fruit from a mile away just by sniffing. He can see in the dark twice as well as us. He can see color.
He's the flying fox.
There are 200 kinds of flying fox. This is just one. This is the straw-colored flying fox. Okay, Congo, you can flap some more, then you can go. Yeah. Not upside down, that's the bat stroke. Okay, you want to go? You can go. Good.
Thankfully, I charged this at home, so I don't have to worry about batteries. You still got a lot of battery on it. Okay. I charged it up nice.
Well, you know, when you eat your weight in a day, that's what else you do a lot. We sterilize the floor twice a day.
And this one, 18 days.
Yep.
Okay.
Creek, creek, creek.
Save this for the other room. The flying squirrels tend to hide once the lights have been on a few minutes, so they may not be out. You can sneak back down here after we've been in the other room for a few minutes and maybe see them running around and eating. There are quite a few of them in there. We're going to head down to the other room where we have the Malayan flying fox, the largest bat in the world. We have vampire bats, endangered golden bats, and dog-creek bats.
Question.
Which animal was your favorite?
Tall person coming.
Have you guys seen all these animals?
Michigan has 9 species of bats. There are some that they cost a little money. Sorry. We can look at that at the
I think that was the longest. That was the biggest.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Look how much bathroom there is.
Because they have to go to the bathroom.
Yep, there's a lot of Where's the vampire bat?
Oh, he's going to show us.
Oh, it's over
That
there.
kid's like, ah!
Let's all move in here if we can.
That's a... Look, no!
There they
Look at that. Pretty big, aren't they?
Mom, look at the baby one.
Oh, yeah, there's some little ones. Oh my God. Look at how they crawl. Look at how they walk around.
And Mom, look at the one next to the big one.
Look at this one right here.
I want you to notice the owl. She's in training. You need to be as quiet as possible for this new owl. She's only less than 5 months old. She was mauled by a dog. Her mother was killed. She had to be raised by people in Alabama. She just came to us recently. She's in training to be in front of audiences. Well, guess what? You're an audience. So, her name is Sam. She's a Michigan owl as well. It's called a barred owl, not a barn owl, a barred owl. They like to live along rivers, swampy areas. Hey, Sam. She doesn't really do her hoot yet. Once she's an adult, she'll sound pretty awesome. It'll sound like she's saying some words. Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all? And it sounds sort of like this. She sort of tries to imitate me when I do it, but that's the baby begging call. She does that most of the time still. Let's try the adult call. That's baby talk.
Where's the baby?
Well, she's still pretty young. But
Really young.
you can try one time, but we can't all be making noises.
I heard that.
She's not impressed. All right, let's move on to the bats. She fell out of the nest before she could fly, and Mom was feeding her on the ground like a good mother.
How do you see some bats?
Probably a storm.
Take a picture as we go along, okay? Come.
The vampire bats are highly unimpressible.
Okay.
Really impressed me.
Vampire bats
There's
are
one
over
going
there.
up in the tub there.
Okay, I'm going to put you down so you can go up to the front.
They're the smartest bats on earth. They're called the Einsteins of the bat world. They're unique in a couple of other ways. They cannot eat meat. They can't chew solids. They have almost no teeth. Their gut is designed for only one food, blood. There are actually 3 species of them, and they're American, South American. And they're responsible for doctors developing new medicines for humans. You see in their mouth, they have clot busters. In their mouth, they have enzymes that keep blood from clumping together and making a scab. So all they need is a tiny scratch made by their front teeth. Look at the picture up there. Not canine teeth. They don't actually poke holes. They don't have fangs. They make a scratch and then they lick for about half an hour. After they've finally gotten about 2 to 3 tablespoonfuls of blood out of a little scratch, then they leave. Yeah.
I think he's licking himself.
Do they eat? Do they do people?
They will occasionally go on a human in Brazil or Costa Rica, in the jungle, in a hut with no money for screens for windows. But they rarely come back for seconds on humans. about 9 out of 10 of us actually give them gas and diarrhea. Seriously. So don't bother humans too much. But they have been known to. They have a medicine right down the street at Beaumont now, TPA, and there's a new one, HTPA, which is coming down the pipeline from vampire bats.
Really?
Thank you, bats.
Our neighbor
It's
was
for
one
a
of the,
stroke.
when they used that on him when he had his massive stroke to the brainstem, and he's one of the only people that's had 100% recovery
100% recovery from a
Really?
massive
stroke of the
brainstem
brainstem.
stroke. Thank you, vampire bats. Cool stuff, huh? They're working on a dozen new medicines.
Who's Patrick?
Horseshoe crab blood is in everything I need.
Horseshoe crab blood, yeah, poor horseshoe crab.
Yeah, I know,
At
they
least
get
they
poked
get
all
to
the
live
time.
usually, but about 30% die.
I know.
Well, let's see. We can do more on vampire bats. Like, what do they eat? They like tender young blood. So, any volunteer kids?
Vampire bats. Saliva.
No, we have cow blood in there. It's down around 2 billion.
Anticoagulant.
Right. It's a clot buster. Which, if you have the clot type stroke, you need to break that up. This stuff works better than Drano on a spectrum. It's amazing.
Yep.
I don't handle the vampire bats. They're new, they're shy,
I'm
they
sorry.
bite right through leather. Their teeth are designed to snip
He's shy,
skin.
yeah.
And so I really don't want to handle one. I got bitten by one once and I bled for about 10 minutes. Now it wasn't squirting or anything, it was just a
He
noose.
just wouldn't stop.
But it wouldn't stop. I filled 2.5 paper towels and I was using pressure. Finally it rinsed out and then I was fine and now I can't see my reflection in a mirror. I'll have to explain that to the kids.
He's gonna go inside. He's gonna
Better than the
we'll look at
ghosted.
the big one. We'll look at the vampire basket before we go.
Hi, Camilla. Who's the biggest bat in the world?
There's the biggest bats in the world.
My girl.
Bite him in the nose.
Oh,
Pardon me.
You like to lick a lot.
Oh my gosh.
She's beautiful.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Weighs 3 pounds.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
she's handicapped and can't fly. She weighs more than
Goodness.
oh.
Oh my goodness.
Better watch out.
Oh my goodness.
Avoiding their bowels.
Hard to blame her. She's retired. She can't use one foot. She has arthritis.
Ow, ow, ow,
Get fussy.
ow.
Yeah. You can imagine I don't stop at restaurants on the way home too much. That's all the time.
Here comes that smelly guy again.
Ow.
This one here and this one here are endangered golden bats, or also known as Rodrigues fruit bats. Extremely rare animals because they only live on one island in the entire world. It's out in the Indian Ocean, one of the Mauritius Islands, the island of Rodrigues. We're lucky to have them at all. In fact, they're the only animals that we don't own. They're all owned worldwide still by the government of that island. They're rare. It's the only mammal that ever lived there, and they almost went extinct. There were less than 60 left due to human neglect and cutting down of rainforests, that kind of thing. Well, the call went out. Conservation was done by us and groups like us and folks like you that join groups like ours. They have several thousand bats on their island. So conservation can be done from afar by working through organizations. You know that? Egyptian fruit bats like the story Stella Luna. Let's get one out.
Even like
That's a wonderful story. You guys don't have that.
Today.
I'm really getting tired of moving aside.
The alpha male nipped my finger. He's protecting his harem. Didn't hurt me. Just pinched it. This is one of our hand-raised young ones, or older ones. What?
There's a bat on
Oh, come here. Sir, there's something on your nose. You smell funny. I'm going to walk down through so everyone gets to see. Okay, this is a long, thin spot. This bat eats fruit and loves watermelon pink.
To the limbo. Hi, blueberry boy. You're backing away, Lucas. What's the deal?
Oh, portrait time.
It's just like our dog.
does look
Oops,
like
sorry,
a
Mom. It looks like you got in this
Uh-huh.
video.
You can see why they were nicknamed flying foxes. They
Oh,
have the
absolutely.
canine face. Yeah. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? Well, you're so calm. I knew I could get away with it. Oop, she came off my shirt.
Ready to jump?
Look at.
Look, fruit salad. But she's smart. That nose can pick up fruit smells from a mile away. These bats have been known to sneak up while we're cleaning cages and notice that we used a fruit shampoo. They'll lift our hair with their thumbs and sniff it. It's kind of weird. She comes and lands on me all the time. This is Aurora. She's one of our tamest ones. Aurora, you are just so laid back. You're such a good girl. She likes your chin rub. They are soft. Not all of them. The endangered golden bats have kind of a kinky fur that's a little rougher. What? Are you ticklish? Oh, where? Oh, hi. Hi. Hello. Hello. You can't run away.
I think that's enough. Close it up.
Okay. Let's get her to flap. I need a little bit of space. She's a couple feet wide.
Watch, she's gonna put her wings out.
Aurora, flap your wings.
Whoa.
Yes, your feet are stuck. I know. I'm sorry. I have to hold you. She's like, hey, I'll show you some flapping. Look at all my feet. Cute. They're not all this tame. It's like a kitten that's been hand raised. You know, it all depends on their early time with us.
It's a cute face, isn't it?
You want to go? She wants to go. Let's let her fly back to her friends. And I'll show you a Michigan bat.
Ah, Michigan bat. Well, I think I've got one in my garage somewhere. Lol.
They're gonna bring another one out.
I just made a joke that, you know, he said he was going to bring in a Michigan bat, and I said, I think I have one in my garage. By the way, we accidentally got you in the video earlier. Okay, that one was intentional.
There are 9 species of bat in Michigan, 47 species of bat in the United States, and worldwide they make up the second largest group of mammals on Earth after the rodents. The current number is 1,114 species of bats. We need to appreciate them. This little thumb-sized bat can eat its weight in bugs in a night, up to 6,000 insects in one night.
Bring him over to my house.
Well, why don't you invite them with a bat house, which we'll look at in a minute. This little gal is Bella, and she's 2 years old.
Can you fly?
She can fly, but she's lazy. Because we raised her, she knows she should stay on the glove here, but I'll give her a cue by resting my thumb on her. This is not a baby, this is full grown. And you know we have 2 species of brown bat in Michigan, the little brown bat and the big brown bat. Yep, you guessed it, this is a big brown bat. This is the big one. Little brown bats are a third smaller. That's what I'll find when I go up north next week. Wingspan is 12 inches. There's one that lives on my front porch. He's been coming for 8 years now. The males don't help raise the young. The females of this species get into colonies, groups. What they used to use before we logged off all the giant old trees were dead trees with bark peeling loose. And that dark bark would get hot in the sun, just like a parking lot gets hot in the sun. And the air underneath would get hot, and it would be perfect for the babies that are born without hair. They're naked. I wonder if she's hungry. Would you eat an insect? I brought some. Baby beetles called mealworms.
Yeah, that's what I feed to my lizard.
She uses eyesight and echolocation to find. Want it? Oh, yum, yum, yum. I like these things. Ah, yum, 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 yum.
Man, that eats faster
Bit it in
than...
half. Nope. Yep, she dropped it. She don't want this part. Oh, here, you can have it. Here, eat the rest. The rest.
She eats faster than my lizard.
She eats faster than your lizard. Lizards are cold-blooded. She's a high metabolism, hot-blooded animal. Yeah. You don't want it? Okay. Fine. Will you do echolocation for us? How can we tell? It's ultrasonic. We can't hear it. You can see her mouth moving. I see her mouth moving. Oh yeah, I'm Batman. I have a bat detector. Let's try the machine. This can shift down her squeaks into clicks we can hear. Doesn't hear my voice at all. But here's hers.
Neat.
Awesome. You stuck in the corner. Sorry for you. You know what? You have the exact same color hair. She could hide, right?
Sounds almost like
She's getting so used to me bouncing her around, she doesn't even bother anymore with much echolocation. She was a baby when we rescued her, so she's an orphan. She's kind of used to us. Yeah.
it almost sounds like typing or something.
Or popcorn.
Wow, firecracker.
Say hi to Rachel.
Or possibly Morse code or something.
You can go cross-eyed, did you know that? Oh, I'm sorry. Did everyone get to see that wants to see?
Hello. Hello.
I wish I had a red bat to show you. There's a Michigan bat with red hair. Red bat.
Red mouth.
It's a little bit bigger than this.
What's this?
She wants to hide. Oh, look, she's excited. She knows it's time to go. You can go now, Bella. Her name's Bella. Hey, Bella. You're lazy. No wonder you're overweight. Yay, one wing.
One
Come on,
wing.
do both wings. Let's see both wings.
Now the audience can see
She
it
wants to
better.
climb down, not flap. There you go.
Do you
Girl.
have bats in your home?
I don't have bats in my home. It's illegal.
Oh, it is illegal.
You can't own a bat any more than you. Bats cannot be pets. So I can take them home under my permit when I have the travel permit with me, which I will do on Monday because I'm going to Mackinac on Tuesday. But that's under permit. That's different than a pet. So no, I don't. I have a male outside on my front porch that comes every night and hides there, gets out of the rain there and that kind of thing, but he's gone by daylight. He hides somewhere dark for the daytime.
Is he friendly with you?
No.
No,
No,
just.
he flies away every time he sees me. He's a wild bat. But he's been coming 8 years.
So there's lots of bats.
They live, by the way, longer than any other mammals on Earth for their body weight. 20 to 40 years is typical. Yeah. They have one baby per year. And it's a good thing because they have the largest babies in the mammal world. The equivalent for this nice skinny lady would be a 30-pound newborn.